Ready for some underdog fantasy picks? Is Jordan Clarkson going to get 100 3-pointers? I don't know. Let's check it out. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Craig Bennett, aka Cash Cake, back with another Underdog Fantasy Pick'em video. And yes, I got a special today. It's $25 max on it, but they have a Jordan Clarkson over under 100 3-pointers made. Please make sure you pick the under on that. But yeah, that's a freebie. We kind of mix and match a few of them. I was going through some picks. They just took James Harden off the board at 10.5 assists. I really love that over. But we'll just talk about a few picks. I'll kind of go through all of them, just kind of give you my thoughts as a general overview, and we'll throw a few of them up there on the board that I do like, and we'll just jump right into it. But hey, if you like these videos, hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, turn that notification so you know when I upload these videos, as these lines do move, and they will take some plays off the board pretty quick as we hammer these lines. And hey, let's try to make a little bit of money. Let's go. All right, as you can tell, I have the UnderdogFantasy.com desktop version up here. You can download a slick mobile app they have for both the Google and Apple Store. I use it a ton. It's really easy to use. Really nice layout. It's a little easier for me to show you the plays here, though, on the desktop version. So we're going to go through here and talk about a few plays. Again, one of them I had up on the board that they took away from us is I had James Harden over 10.5 assists. She is gone. If that's puts it up at 11, I'm okay at 11 as well. So if it does come back at 11, please, no problem hitting that one as well. Toronto, though, I think is where we'll really want to hammer this. The first one I'm going to go at here is I'm going to come down here and I'm going to go to, it looks like they took OG's points off the board as well. I had that one. I like the over 16.5 for him. But Fred VanVleet over 31.5. I really like this. I always love I like his 20 points and his 39 fantasy points. I like all three of these if you want to hit them. I think I prefer the over 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists, or fantasy points over the points. So I would pick one of those. I'll put the fantasy points up here, but he's had some big games against Philly. Struggled in foul trouble last game, but I think he's going to come out and just be massive. They're going to, without having Barnes out there and without having, if Trent, doesn't go, it's going to be everything for Fred VanVleet, Siakam, and OG. So yeah, Fred VanVleet over 30.5 fantasy points. I love that play. Siakam, looking at his fantasy points, I think that's a little high for him. I think I'd prefer more the over 40.5 points, rebounds, and assists if you want to take a shot at him with that one. He's going to have to do a little everything. The rebounds at 8.5. He has put up some big rebound games. He's going to have to do more of it, but they'll still have Boucher out there. And Precious and Birch. So there's other guys that can get some rebounds. So I think he's going to do more on the scoring side, a few assists. So I would prefer to take the over 40.5 points, rebounds, and assists if I had to. But my favorite is Fred VanVleet over 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists, or that over 39.95 fantasy score. I think he puts up a 50 burger here. I was heavy on him in that first game, got into some foul trouble, but that doesn't mean we can't go back to him here. Coming down to, like I said, OG, they took his points off the board. It was 16.5. I love the over 16.5. We'll see where it comes back. He's put nothing but massive points up with no Barnes out there, and he's going to play everything he possibly can. So I like that one. Joel Embiid, looking at him a little bit. Maxey was the show in the first game. He put up almost a 40 burger at 38 real points. So Joel Embiid didn't have to do a whole lot of heavy lifting there. Like I said, I like James Harden, the over assist more than anything. But that one is off the board. So I'm not sure I really want to touch any of these Philly guys, really. I don't think we're going to see that massive game out of Maxey, but I just don't really want to touch any of these guys. Come down to Utah here. I still like the over 27.5 points for Donovan Mitchell if you want to take a shot on that one. He put up a massive score in that second half against, and again, with the playoffs here, I think he's going to continue to be real strong here. Bojan, same thing. We put him up on Saturday's videos where he went 7-1. And Bojan was one that scored a ton. At 19.5, I don't think I'll touch it, but it's going to be him and Donovan Mitchell. We're going to put the over on Donovan Mitchell here going up against Dallas. I still think that line should be closer to 30.5, and having it 27.5 is something I think we can look at and take advantage of. So we'll go over 27.5 there. I don't really want to touch Mike Conley. Jalen Brunson, I like to take the over 33.5 points, rebounds, and assists, or take the over 23.5 points, I think we'll take the over on that. He's going to have to shoot an absolute ton here with Luka being doubtful. Probably not going to play this game. So 23.5 is a little high, but with no Luka out there, he's went over this mark. In the 3 games that we had no Luka, when Spencer Dinwiddie was able to come over in that trade, he's went over it in 2 of those 3 games, 23, 20, 24. Shot 24 times last game, only shot 38%. If they're going to have a chance to win, he's got to hit this over. So I don't mind taking over on him or Spencer Dinwiddie again. Either one of them, I'm fine with taking the over on both of them. DFS, Dorian Finney-Smith, 18.5 points and rebounds is another guy I'm kind of looking at here. They have to have a massive game here for these guys to keep it close and to win this. So he put up points, rebounds, and assists, played 44 minutes against Utah. He only put up 20. He put up 20 points. He put up 19 points and rebounds here. So last 3 games put up 22, 19, and 19 points and rebounds. And I think he can go over that as well. So I do like the over in Brunson. I like the over points and rebounds for Finney-Smith. I think he'll again have to play a ton of minutes and have to do a lot. So I do like him. Not really touching Powell. I don't love Denver in this spot again. I talked about it, the first game where I thought that Golden State was going to kick their butt, and they did. I don't really want to touch this. The one, if I had to look at it, I don't mind like Will Barton over 15.5 points. It feels a little low for what he's going to have to do here. He's going to have to be more aggressive, and he went over that in that first game. And I think that's the one spot that could score some points out of this. Yes, Jokic's numbers come down. He's going to have a big game. He's going to have to shoot a ton. He probably knows that. But so does Golden State. I'm just going to stay away personally on this one. Like I said, Will Barton would be the one guy I would look at here. Monte Morris is another guy that got aggressive. I don't mind if you want to take a chance on him at over 11.5. But nobody I'm super excited about here. Steph Curry, I do worry about his minutes and how much they will play him, how many shots as they get him back in the fold. I think they can easily handle this team in this first round without pushing his minutes. So I don't think they'll need a ton of him. So that's one spot I think that we don't really need to push, what's going on here. Jordan Poole had a massive game, but I don't think I want to go back there just because I'm not sure what Kerr's going to do minutes-wise, because he'll run 10, 12 deep in this first round of the playoffs. He can, and he will, and I just kind of want to stay away from all these guys. So nobody that I'm really looking at here besides the ones that I pulled up. I really wish we had Harden at 10.5 assists, because that was one of my favorite plays on the board. Hopefully it comes back at around 11. I was even okay at 11.5, I would say, to take that. And then hopefully we get a few more OG, because they took OG off the board as well, because I really like the OG 16.5 points as well. But the 4 that I do like, we got Donovan Mitchell over 27.5 points. Fred VanVleet, 39.5 fantasy points. Jalen Brunson over 23.5 points, and Dorian Finney-Smith over 18.5 points in rebounds. So if I had to rank these, I'd probably take Fred VanVleet number 1, Jalen Brunson number 2, Donovan Mitchell number 3, and DFS number 4. So if you don't have an account over here at UnderdogFantasy.com, use that promo code ARMY and get 100% instant deposit match up to $100. And if you are a brand new UnderdogFantasy.com member, you also are eligible for a free month of DFSArmy VIP membership. All of that is in the description below. Let's have a great Monday. Let's win some money. I will see you guys on the flip side. Deuces.